Have you ever wondered what a narcissist does when no one's watching? No, they're not meditating. They're not reading a self-help book to find themselves. The truth is both ridiculous and a little chilling. When it's just them and four walls, their inner world turns into a black hole that swallows everything. As someone who's worked with countless survivors of narcissistic abuse, I can tell you this. Loneliness exposes a narcissist more than anything else. They will do whatever it takes to get their supply, to escape that terrifying emptiness in their own mind. And sometimes, the things they do will make you shake your head and think, wow, glad I wasn't there to see that. In today's episode, we're going to break down 5 things narcissists do when they're left alone, and more importantly, why understanding this is your shield against their chaos. If you've ever felt confused or blindsided by their sudden mood swings, what you'll hear today is like flipping on the light in a pitch-dark room. Behavior 1. Diving into the social media ocean. The door closes. Silence. That's when the narcissist's survival instincts kick in. They can't sit still because being alone means facing the one person they secretly despise, themselves. So what's the quickest escape? Social media. Picture this. They grab their phone like it's a lifeline, diving into the endless scroll. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, doesn't matter. They slide into random DMs with fake charm, drop flirty emojis on strangers' photos, and fish for compliments like their life depends on it. If they can't find sexy supply, they'll switch to drama supply, picking random online fights, leaving snarky comments, or stirring chaos just to feel alive. Why? Because attention, any attention, is their oxygen. Likes, replies, or even someone getting mad at them gives that little electric buzz that says, you exist, you matter, for now. And the funny part? When you're around, they play the loyal angel. But once the door shuts, the halo hits the floor, and their fake sainthood goes straight down the drain. Being alone doesn't inspire them to grow. It triggers a desperate hunt for validation, digital crumbs that temporarily patch their inner void. Behavior 2. Snooping through your stuff. If social media is their playground, your personal belongings are their private crime scene. The moment you're gone, the narcissist turns into a sneaky detective, or more like a burglar. They go through your phone, laptop, journals, and drawers. They're not just looking for dirt, they're collecting ammunition. Your private thoughts, your insecurities, your passwords, all potential weapons for future emotional warfare. And if they're the vindictive type, they might take it further. Missing cash. Jewelry, you probably misplaced. Makeup mysteriously ruined. Clothes sliced or stained. Later, when you confront them, you'll get the Oscar-winning performance. What? I would never do that. Are you imagining things again? Why do they do this? Because invading your privacy isn't just about stealing. It's about instilling fear. They want you to feel unsafe in your own space, to second-guess your memory, to live in quiet paranoia. It's psychological warfare, and they thrive on it. In their twisted logic, snooping gives them a sense of power. And if they get caught, they'll gaslight you until you question your own sanity. Behavior 3. Running smear campaigns. When left alone, some narcissists grab their phone, not to call a friend, but to call the army. Their army of gossip, that is. They start their favorite game, character assassination. While you're minding your business, they're dialing up family, friends, coworkers, anyone who will listen to tell half-truths and full-blown lies about you. Suddenly, you're selfish, unstable, or hard to love. Meanwhile, they're the poor victim who's doing their best. This is more than pettiness, it's strategy. Narcissists recruit minions, people who will believe their version of the story and defend them. Every sympathetic ear they collect is another drip of narcissistic fuel. Why go to such extremes? Envy. Deep down, your joy, accomplishments, or simple inner peace drive them insane because it highlights what they lack. If they can't have your happiness, they'll try to destroy it. The smear campaign doesn't just hurt your reputation, it isolates you. They want to make you doubt yourself, question your support system, and run back to the very person lighting your life on fire. Behavior 4. Recycling old supply. When new attention is hard to find, narcissists go shopping in their old storage closet of supply. Exes, old flings, and anyone still trauma bonded to them. They'll send a random "I miss you" text, call crying about some fake crisis, or show up like a stray cat at your door. And if it's a male narcissist, odds are he'll crawl back to his ultimate enabler, mom. She pampers him like a toddler trapped in a grown man's body, soothing his ego and fueling his delusion that he's the center of the universe. Here's the brutal truth. These interactions aren't about love. They're about control and validation. They can spend dinner with a total stranger, fake a laugh, tell their life story as a hero or victim, and walk away feeling full for a few hours. It's a pathetic cycle. They can't stand their own company, so they drag someone else into their emotional quicksand. They recycle people like empty soda cans, just to hear one more "you're amazing" before disappearing again. Behavior 5. Self-destruction and escapism. If none of the above works, or if the void feels too heavy, narcissists turn to the dark buffet of self-destruction. Alcohol, drugs, porn fantasies that no real relationship can compete with. They'll get drunk, high, or lost in screens to escape the shame of who they are. In these moments, they're not living. They're running from their own shadow. You might even get a random late-night call, slurred words of fake love bombing, or sudden verbal attacks. Either way, it's their ego trying to stay afloat. Substances and fantasy offer the one thing reality never does: a world where they can be the star without vulnerability, accountability, or effort. This is the saddest part of the cycle. Behind the chaos, behind the bravado, is a person who can't tolerate their own reflection. Alone time doesn't inspire growth, it triggers panic. So they drink, scroll, seduce, or lash out. Anything to avoid sitting in the dark with themselves. And there you have it, 5 things narcissists do when they're left alone. It's messy, it's sad, and honestly, it's a little scary. Because at the end of the day, everything you just heard boils down to one truth. They can't stand themselves. Their chaos, their spying, their late-night drama. It's all about escaping that black hole inside them. Once you see that, you stop taking their behavior personally. You stop being the free gas station for their ego. However, before you start pointing fingers, here's an important reminder. If someone around you shows just one of these behaviors, don't rush to label them a narcissist. Narcissism is far more complex than a single action on a bad day. Everyone can have weak moments, invade privacy, or even gossip without being a full-blown narcissist. The key is pattern and intent. True narcissistic behavior is consistent, manipulative, and rooted in a deep need for control and validation. So take your time, observe, learn, protect yourself without jumping to conclusions. And if you want to understand narcissists on a deeper level, how they think, how they operate, and most importantly, how to break free from their cycle, make sure to follow this channel. Every week, we dive deeper into the psychology of narcissism, so you can spot the red flags and reclaim your peace with clarity, not fear.